Hi, my name is April, and I just wanted to share a few things with you about healing and why it is important to heal. So, it's very important to work on ourselves and heal ourselves because, first of all, what do hurt people do? Hurt people hurt people. And so, when we start to heal ourselves and some of you may be like, heal yourselves, what are you talking about? Like, I have a cut and I need to heal it, or I'm not really sure what that means. And so sometimes in life, like, let's just imagine here's your heart. Let's just say you see your heart, just visualize it, and something happened and you started to put a little wall up here. So maybe you have a block wall up here, maybe you just have a little picket fence over here, whatever's feeling safe, because you don't really want that to happen again. And then something over here happens and now you just got another part of the wall going up. So you don't want to feel that pain, and you don't want this to happen again, and something else happens, and so now your wall is just going up. And so pretty soon you have this beautiful heart inside, but you have this block wall around it, or whatever your wall is made out of, because you don't want to feel that pain. And then maybe like that works for a while, and then like more things happen, and then you're like, oh, I just don't even want to feel this or deal with this, so now I'm going to start drinking, or now I'm going to start doing drugs, or you know what, I'm going to be mean because I'd rather hurt somebody else than somebody hurt me. And all these things could happen in life, and then you could get married, you could get divorced, you could have a child die, you could get remarried, you could have stepchildren, my children, or your children, our children, you could have fake friends, you could have religions that you no longer believe in, you could have friends that aren't friends, you could have accidents, trauma, PTSD, abuse in all sorts of forms. Um, let's see, you could have um, missed opportunities that you dwell on. You could have dreams that's never happened. Maybe you have trouble having children. Maybe you know, it could go on and on, right? Family issues. And so, loss, grief, death. I mean, these are just to name a few, right? This is life. And so, things happen. And and sometimes those things could harden your heart, or have you behave in a certain way. And so, how do you move forward when you're feeling so? And so, you know what you do? You show up. You show up for you. You you listen to you. You trust you. And there are so many ways. My left hand is open. Somebody told me you leave your left hand open to receive. So, hey, I'm receiving something. When 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 you have things happen to you, sometimes you're not sure how to heal it, how to process it, how to deal with it. And I'm going to tell you one way that doesn't work: shoving it down. It's only going to, become worse. So, what are some ways to heal yourself? And speaking of trusting yourself, did you hear the fire? Did you hear the paramedics? I think my son-in-law's on duty tonight. Hope that goes well. So, how do you heal yourself? What do you do? And how do you trust yourself? How do you know it's going to work? Well, you don't know until you try. So, here are some ways that might help you, and things that I do that help me. First of all, um, listening to your inner self, and asking. You can, if you're open to praying, you could pray. If you're open to meditating, you can meditate. If you're open to phoning a friend, getting some other opinions, if you're open to self-help books, if you're open to, it just depends on where you're at. And so emotions are trapped inside of us. They just are. And so a lot of, here's, well, I can't show you my belly, but in our tummy a lot of emotions are trapped. They're stuck. So that's why I actually love getting them out. I like to get this out, okay? Because I don't want it to stay in here. I I live so much of my life with so much of things that just didn't serve me, and I didn't know how to I didn't know what to do with it. Like I have this stuff and I was like, what the what? What do I do with this stuff? And so I just started that journey and got on the process. And then once you start, things just keep showing up. Just like when the student shows up, when the student's ready, the teacher shows up, trust that will happen. Trust it will happen. And so there are lots of techniques, there are lots of ways and lots of things you could do. There's so many things, right? I was almost speechless because I was thinking in my head, there's like sound healing baths, there's Tibetan bowls, um, there's therapies of all different kinds. And so what really helped me today, today was a great day. I had a great day. And what I realized about today was things are shifting and changing in my head and my world because it's like a slower pace. Things are sometimes slower, and I like it, and it's good. And maybe at one point in my life years ago, I wouldn't have liked the slow. I love the slow right now. And so, although tomorrow I have to wake up early because I'm subbing at the learning center, that's why I painted my nails, because some of the little girls there are like, they'll think it's cute because they all paint their nails. So when you learn something and it worked for you and you share it with someone else, you're helping bring a solution to them. So sharing yourself and just showing up and helping other people heal is a great tool and something you could do. And what I wanted to share was, when you're dealing with someone who isn't healed themselves, you can't really fault them for doing certain things. It's just like, if you were hurt and abused and you pass the hurt and abused on to your children, and you haven't taken the time for you to heal that and go through that whole process, it's simply hard to expect a hurt person not to keep hurting people or doing the same thing. I really love healing, and I really love doing the inner work, even though there were so many times in my life when I think it was just like, I didn't want to sit in that stuff because it didn't feel good. However, it's good that you do, because then you're able to move it out, move through it, and be a better you. And so being a better you is always a great thing. So I invite you to heal yourselves, to continue on that journey, to love others. And just remember, this is something that I really liked today that I heard. Just because you have family that is blood, like you've heard people say, that's my blood family, because you're born into that family. That's not what family is. Family is like-minded people. And so like-minded people is what family is. And I love you guys, and I hope you have an amazing day, evening, or morning, and keep healing. Bye.